Hi everybody, thank you for coming to our walk. This walk is conducted by Hyderabad Tiger Conservation Society. The tiger in our name is not for tigers in Hyderabad, but in fact it signifies huge patches of forest. Because tiger is a predator, it's an apex predator, and when we conserve tigers, we conserve huge land, forests, and also smallest of insects. So the point of this program which we started is called LUNGS, Last Urban Natural Green Spaces of Hyderabad, is to conserve the ecosystems which are remaining in Hyderabad which today has been given you a small section of we're going to see today. And we have our founder of our NGO, Dr. Indra. So please can you introduce yourself?
He has been recording biodiversity in this everything, including fungi, plants, insects, birds, every part, reptiles. He's very good at catching. Done moth lighting here. He has done so many things for just this part. He's trying to say, see, each of us have got one small patch, and if we save it, also is fine. I feel like that. This is his patch. He knows every inch of it. So yeah, let's hope we have some interesting session today. Job is actually habitat conservation and habitat management for conserving good insects according to human beings, of course. Those good insects consist of predators, parasitoids, which will manage the bad insects that are herbivores, which feed on your crop pests. So my idea is, if I can teach a farmer how to manage and conserve his habitat, he will reduce the insecticide use, and finally we will be benefited from that. So that is my work as far as my career is concerned. And in my spare time, I do a lot of volunteering with WWF, and I do a lot of these walks. Why? Because I am fascinated by nature, and I may meet some people like this who may be in future. I am on my way out. So the young ones, if I'm able to inspire, I'll be very happy. So insects are very amazing. Like what he said, I would like to tell one story about insects too. So insects migrate just like birds. Insects migrate. So do you know which one is the longest migrating insect? Monarch butterflies migrate, very good, but they are not the longest migrating insect. We have the longest migrating insect in India. Once generational. So it may not be the insect that goes, but it will be its generations that come back to us. It will catch the wind and comes back. In 4 days, these dragonflies will reach Africa. Okay? And they don't have fat. What is important for flying is, in birds, their wings, and also they'll have to accumulate, for migration, I'm talking about migration, they'll have to accumulate fat. That's why before an insect before a bird migrates, it will feed a lot and then it migrates. But in insects, we don't have that. It's a very small body. It has to do passive flight. Means it has to catch the wind and it has to go. That's why it will use the wind corridor. It will catch the wind, go to Africa and come back. Why I'm telling this story is because how it's connected. Amur falcon uses the same path. Amur falcon, when it is migrating from China towards Africa, it will use the same path, and these insects form the food for that. So insects are a very big part of the food chain. It's very important. Just you think insects, it's not like that. If insect numbers are affected, then the next predators will be affected, and then on top birds will be affected, reptiles will be affected, amphibians will be affected, so many things, and all these may be food for mammals. So the whole ecosystem, like what he said, is interlinked. And please,
Alright,
all of you,
all of you
where's
please
my
install this app
iNaturalist
called
app on your
iNaturalist.
phone?
Yeah.
And Balik has got a very
Interesting
interesting
challenge today.
challenge today. The maximum number of observations on insects from this location will go into a project he has created, and that will get a small prize. Okay, a book, a book. Okay,
Yeah. So please install iNaturalist right now.
please. Whoever has not installed, it is like a personal database. Okay, you should understand, not only you're contributing to citizen science, I have to tell a number of new species have come from citizens who have been observant. So it could come from you too. So all you have to do is just observe around you, take photos, upload. There'll be experts to identify that for you. You will learn, we will learn. Okay. The small one, The German cockroach and the American cockroach, all invaders of our house. Yeah, this kind, wood. The adult will be like this. The young one will be black in color with markings. Yeah. Wood cockroaches, how they are able to digest this wood? Because cellulose is the main part of wood. So they have cellulase enzyme inside.
Even we don't have that.
No, we don't have that. They have specialist insects there for digesting wood. Film, you will get a minor, that is actually a butterfly. So you get butterflies, moths and flies as leaf miners.
They mine leaves.
They mine the leaves. The caterpillar mines the leaves. So that is also soil. So they are earthworms actually. Earthworms actually feed on the soil and then they excrete it. That is why they are saying it's very good to the soil, no? So it goes through it goes through its body and comes out. So huge ones. If you have a lot of this, that means the health of this place is good. So it's coming out, it's earthworms. And this is a banyan tree. And what is that roots called? Prop roots. So this is also actually, it's a mite. You can't see it. Mites are like in the group of spiders, but they'll be slightly different. They also have
velvet boochies.
Velvet boochie also is mite. It's called giant velvet mite. They may be here after the rains. You generally see after that they disappear. So they also belong to the broader group of the spiders, Araneae. They have cutter bee cuts this leaf, and then you might have seen in your clothes, you might have seen the nest. So they use these leaves pieces to make a tubular nest, and then they keep their eggs and then their provision pollen. But this is some feeding, but the leaf cutter bee will be having like this.
Exact,
smooth, beautiful, and even the nest is very beautiful to see. It will have exact same sized leaf pieces, and it will be a tubular nest.
We need scales and compass to do that, and it's just inscribed in itself.
Yeah, so all of them are leaf cutter bees. So I was telling you about bug, the bug, the stinking one, no? So this is a bug. This is actually brown marmorated bug, I hope.
Okay.
So this is a brown marmorated bug. Yeah.
They have some glands, right, to secrete?
Yeah, they have the stink glands. So that's why when you handle them, you will get a smell.
I don't know.
So most of the bugs have got that. Actually. Yeah, oh my God. Marmorated bug, brown stink bug. Brown stink bug. See, that's a termite. See, that's a termite. They call it as white ants wrongly, but it's a termite. So this is just freshly made.
It's basically
It is eating the. So it has to make the tunnels, and within the tunnels it feeds. So that's why in your house also, the fresh ones, they will be forming tunnels and they'll come out. But people generally think that if they manage whatever is seen on the top, you're managing it. No, they are subterranean. So the queen is underneath. So any treatment you do, you have to do it. Yes. Otherwise it will still have connections. See, you're seeing so many of them here. They are just fresh here. See. Palm trees. So did it fly? So that's a male. Did you see? It's got the blue and orange. So complete orange, mimicking the striped tigers. Striped tigers, they feed on the milkweed plants, the ones which, so they're poisonous. These butterflies can accumulate the poison in their bodies and they are not good to eat. So birds avoid them. This butterfly
Mimics the.
Yes, the poisonous one so that it will avoid predation.
Without having the poison, it mimics the poisonous one so that it avoids being eaten.
And when two poisonous species also will look similar. Like the Danide group, it's called. So plain tiger, striped tiger, tawny coaster, so many. The ones which are toxic also, they'll all be brown in color. so mimicking each other so that this whole group will be
Just
avoided.
Yeah.
And the same brown color will be taken by a lot of females. The males don't. The males have to attract the females, so they are better colored
Colours.
ones. But the females generally take the color of the toxic butterflies.
Wow.
So that's
Even common crow, right?
Batesian mimicry, yeah.
Yeah, but you should.
Insects, they are modified to catch insects.
Yes, I
So that's why it's called it. See, there are two ways to spell it. You know, Praying means it's preying. Preying means it's preying on an insect. So it's a predator. It predates. See, can you see the legs? So the front two legs are modified so that it can grab an insect and feed on it. So you can see when it's predating, it will catch the insect and it will be feeding like this.
It has 6 legs.
Yes. Very nice. Leaf cutter.
It's a praying mantis.
Who wants to see a praying mantis? It's a predator of other insects. Okay. One will have long horn, one will have short one. So this is a long horn, and most of longhorn grasshoppers are actually having mimicry.
Can I hold it?
So they will be green or brown in color. Some will be like dead leaves, some will be like green leaves. So katydid, yeah. Here. Can you see?
Yeah. Maybe these.
White spots actually are fungus. No, fungus. Maybe they are feeding on that. Can you see here? Katydid.
No, don't touch it.
So most katydids have got camouflage. So they'll either be green like the leaves or brown like dead leaves or the bark.
Is it venom?
Yeah, Katie did something.
Summit is male.
Okay.
Males का बहुत thick and beefy है. Females का just smaller है. So this one is a male.
And how is it related to insect walk? Please, somebody tell me.
I know.
can
This
have
is the arthropod and then all.
Yes.
The insects are also arthropods.
And its food is also insects.
Oh!
It eats cockroaches.
Come on.
Can you see? Now it is ready to attack.
Defense mechanism.
Defense mechanism. hai.
Come on, hands
They go. Oh, lift its paws.
Beautiful male.
Why we need good footing?
Good footing, yeah. This is
But
why
snake
this
will
is why I
also.
keep emphasizing on footwear.
So everybody when they do walks like this, they should wear good shoes. Why? Because you may step on it. How Balik found this is because it stays under the rock during daytime. Okay. So what he has done is he has just flipped the rock. So they feed on cockroaches.
Just
This is
The size of the pincers.
so for males they'll be very big and beefy. For females they'll be slightly more
also
stubborn.
learning.
Actually in the night if you shine a fluorescent light on it, it will be,
Glowing scorpion.
yes,
You
it
will
will
Guys, I
glow.
couldn't find
So how many of you are happy that you have seen a scorpion? Awesome.
Make my day.
Made your day?
Yeah.
Good.
You will let the होता है वो यार.
UV light की वजह से होता
It's also glowing with danger. I liked everything about the walks, the trees, and all the creatures we saw. I especially like the scorpion and seeing all the creatures. The boxer mantis was beautiful. It was nice. And we also saw other creatures like the praying mantis. And it was very beautiful. The garden is beautiful. They maintain it well. I had such a great time today. It was wonderful seeing so many kids passionate about nature, being more active than me, in fact, asking a lot of questions. This was one of the best days I ever had. And if you're also interested in something like this, it would be great if you guys could show up. Yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Abhi, who came for a normal walk, like taking every photo of mostly all of the creatures, and the highlight one is the Scorpio, and the other small caterpillar, and some spiders too.
I
I
think it
want.
was really good. I came a bit late, but I got to see a scorpion and lots of other things. I saw some defoliators. I think in general the atmosphere was so good with all of these people coming together in the morning on Sunday to see all of these insects and other things. That really made me very happy.